morning. I am Brennan. This is ASMM Digital Small Business Connections, and I'm just going to make a confession right from the start. Our guest flaked on us, but that's okay because actually I've been spending the weekend doing something that is interesting and I will share with you, and I think it will help you. Actually, I don't think, I know if you do this, it will help you with your marketing. It will help you reach the right people. But before we start, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up here. September 1st, we've got Marketing Moms. We'll be starting Marketing Moms with Anastasia. I don't know if it's actually September 1st. I think it's like at September 6th because that's the first Monday of the month. We're going to be talking about marketing on a much deeper level. Each week, we're going to dig into something that will help you market your business, something that you can put to work in your marketing, or at least have knowledge of. If you don't want to do your own marketing, if you want to hire somebody, you'll know what to look for. So Marketing Moms will start in September. I'm really excited about that. I do have big news about ASMM Digital. And so let me tell you that real quick. This weekend, yesterday, as a matter of fact, we celebrated our 5th year in business. 5 years ago, yesterday, I started this business that I honestly thought was going to be something I did. I got a couple of clients until I found a real job. Actually, until I took the time to figure out how to write a resume. That's what I thought. I hadn't written a resume in years. I had all my jobs had been things where people knew me and they said, "Hey, come work for me." And so I needed a resume. And so I thought, fine, I'll start this business and we'll see what happens. Now, 5 years later, we're still working. We're still building. We have employees. We have an office space. Actually, this is my office space behind us. And we're doing really well. So it's kind of amazing to me that we've gotten here. And I wanted to thank everybody who's listened to the show, everybody who has signed on as a client, everybody who's even asked for advice over the years on marketing. But I do want to dive in. This is going to be a short show, but I do want to dive in on something that most people miss when they start marketing. Most people start with their marketing. They think about what they sell. First of all, they think about what they sell without thinking about what they really sell. So they say, "I sell plumbing," instead of thinking, "Well, I sell security in your home. I understand, by selling you plumbing, I'm keeping your home safe and sound. I'm keeping your home running. I'm keeping you happy." They forget about that part. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about your customers. When you are going to start marketing, you need to think about your customers. And everybody says, "Oh, I know who my customers are." They think they do. And maybe you do. So first, before I say how we go about creating profiles, I want you to know one of the ways that we suggest you do it if you've been in business for a while. So we've been in business for 5 years. I sit down every few days, not every few days, every couple of months, and I go back through my clients and I look at what they have in common. So are they men? Are they women? How old are they? Do they own their business by themselves? Do they read a lot of books? If so, what kind of book? And I dig deep into who my current clients are. But what if you're a new business? What if you don't have those insights? What if you don't know those things about your clients? We're relatively small. There's 5 of us here, and we have several handful of clients, but we work with them very, very closely, so we know them well. What if you don't? So I want to tell you how to get to know your clients. I want to suggest that you create profiles for them. And guess. So we're going to use a fictional company today. We're going to use a running shoe company. If you are a running shoe store, you have different people who come in. Sometimes they'll be actually the ones that always sticks to me because I am one. You'll have a mom who comes in and she's running for her sanity. She's honestly the only reason she runs. Yes, she wants to fit into her skinny jeans, but also she wants some time on her own where she doesn't have to think about the kids and she doesn't have to think about cleaning the house and she doesn't have to think about the husband. She can just run. So if you think about moms as your client, think about then how old are their mom? How old are their kids? Are they in high school? Because they're going to have a different life and a different lifestyle than parents who have kids who are 2 and 3 years old. So think about those things. Where do they go to church? What are the things that you need to know about this person? Do they go to church? Is it something Do they run races? So we're going to dig deep into some of the things you need to know. First of all, are going to be those demographics, right? So in this case, if we start talking about moms, let's pick. We're going to say that we're going to pick a mom who's in her early 30s. She's got kids a couple of little kids, so maybe they're 2 and 3, and she's got one in elementary school. This what we learn by knowing that is that she's gonna get up early in the morning. She's gonna have no choice. The little ones are gonna wake her up, then they're gonna be doing their own thing, and she's gonna have a few minutes to be on Facebook. So you're gonna reach her on Facebook pretty easily. We'll talk a little bit more about where they are and how you know this later. But dig deep into those demographics. If you are targeting people who are African American, then that's target them. If you're targeting people who are Hispanic, if you're targeting just white people for whatever reason, I can't imagine why you're targeting any of these, but maybe you are. So think about if you are a company that makes wigs for Black women. You're going to know wigs for Black women, and you're going to have to figure out what age group that is. What age are Black women buying wigs? I have a friend who does this. This is why that came to mind. Then I want you to start thinking about pain points. What problems are you solving for your customers? I want to go back to the running shoe store, right? Running shoe stores, you could buy running shoes online, but you don't know that they fit right. First of all, you don't know that they even fit your foot, that they're not going to rub, but are they the right kind of shoes? Do they have the right kind of support for the distance you're trying to cover? Are they the right kind of shoes for running on trails? Or are they the right kind of shoes for running on your treadmill? Or what if you're not running at all? What if you're doing CrossFit? Are they the right kind of shoes for CrossFit? So going into a store solves that problem for you. Going into that store solves the problem and helps that customer. Same thing for any other person within their organization, but maybe the problem it solves for women, moms, is that they have a mom's running group. And now not only is she running for her sanity, but she's got new friends who maybe understand her because they've dealt with the same thing. And when she says, "Oh my God, my kids are driving me crazy," they don't think she's horrible. They think, "Oh yeah, my kids are driving me crazy too." So what are the pain points you're solving for your customers? If you think, go back to my friend who makes wigs. She works with people who have alopecia. I think that's how you say that. And those women are walking around, and many of them are either bald or balding, and they want to feel good about themselves. So they want to look in the mirror and like the person they see. So that's the pain she's solving for her customers. Food, places Cinco de Mayo, we work with Cinco de Mayo. If you think about them, what problem are they solving? Well, if their target audience is a mom, they're solving the fact that she doesn't have to cook tonight. And so when they target their marketing towards her, they can specifically say that. Or if you're a landscaper and you are targeting people, targeting dads, you can say, take your weekend back, go fishing instead of mowing your lawn, right? So try stuff like that. Think about those pain points you're solving and how you're going to talk to them. Knowing these things will change everything. Now, motivations. What is going to motivate them to come in? You can say, everybody says it's our customer service. That's not true in most cases. I think there are some exceptions. I will tell you, I read about Bonobos. Bonobos, one of the best customer service stories I ever heard. Bonobos had a guy call. He said, "Hey, I've had a fire in my house and I had this favorite shirt that I loved, and I want to know whether you still sell it because I can't find it online. Is there any chance you still have it? Because I'd really like to have it." And this customer service person said to him, "Well, hey, wait, if before we talk about this, how is everybody? Is everybody okay? Is your family okay?" And he says, "Well, yes, but I lost my dog." And so he started asking him about his dog, and he said, "Can you send me a picture?" And he sent him a picture of his dog, and they talked about it a little while. And then he helped him with the shirt. But more importantly, he went out of his way to have a painting done of the dog, and he sent it to that customer. That is outstanding customer service. Most people don't have that degree of customer service. So you need to start thinking about the other things. Is it that you are 24/7 service like Challenger Auto? They're 24/7 service, but it's not just an answering service. You're going to call Challenger Auto, you're going to get Jeff, who owns Challenger Auto. That is a huge motivation for people to go to him. Think about what you offer. Think about the running shoe store. What they offer is knowledge. Their store is, em all that sorry, goodness gracious, their employees. Their employees are all runners. They have experience. Some of them have run track, some of them are ultra distance marathoners, some of them are marathoners, some of them are couch to 5K people. So, what is the thing that makes a difference to your business, to your customers? What's gonna bring them in? What are their motivations for using you? And then, where do your customers spend time? This is something that people have a really hard time with because I say, where do the customers spend time? And especially if they're a business to business, they think about their day. Well, they walk in the front door and they have this problem. We're past the pain point situation now. You want to figure out where your customer is right now. And this is something that's really good for business to businesses. If you are a B2B business, it's sometimes hard to think, how am I going to reach the person who I need to talk to? So say you need to talk to the purchasing agent. Well, what's the purchasing agent like? Well, maybe it's a woman in her 40s, maybe 50s. Sometimes she's a little bit cranky, but if you get to know her, it's just that she's really busy. She's taking on a whole lot. So you get to know this person well. Well, what is she doing? Well, on the weekends, she and her husband are going to Orioles games. They're spending the weekends watching baseball, or in the winter, they're going to Ravens games. So maybe what you do is you put ads in the bathrooms at the Orioles, the women's bathrooms, because she's a woman. So think about what she's doing. What are they listening to on the car when they're on the way to work? Are they listening to Sirius FM? Are they listening to podcasts? Are they listening to Audible? Are they actually listening to the radio? Few people are, but some are. So think about where they are then. What are they doing on their lunch break? Are they with friends, or are they perusing their Facebook feed? Are they on Twitter? Where are they during their lunchtime? Are they walking down the street to take a bus somewhere? So, should you have something on the bus there? Think about all the things they might do throughout their day. What are they doing just before they go to bed? Are they watching the evening news? Or are they on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn going through that? When are they checking email? And are they checking their personal email or their work email? Where should you be sending emails when you're reaching out to them? Knowing your customers. How well do you know your customers? It makes a huge, huge difference. Knowing your customers makes a big difference. Taking the time to sit down and either go through your current customers and figure out what they have in common, or going through and coming up with an idea of who you think your customers are. Sometimes you can do this. We work with Baltimore Coffee and Tea. They can do this at their front desk. They can just notice who's coming in. How old are they? What are they doing? Are they bringing in kids with them? Are they going into work are they doing this on their way to work? What are they doing? Who are your customers who are coming in, and how are you going to reach them? This is so, so important. It's probably the single most important thing you can do for your marketing, because if you don't do it, you have no idea who you're speaking to, what they need, or how you're going to reach them. If you have a problem with this, if you think, oh my God, that seems really, really hard, call us. You can reach us here at 443-679-4916. We can help you. You can email me at Ann, A-N-N, at annmarkets.com. And any way you want to talk, we can help you through this. Maybe it's a consultation, maybe it's us doing it for you, but we can help you figure out who your customers are and how you're going to reach them. I hope this helped you. If you've done this and you were surprised, I'd really like to hear about it, because I will tell you, let me tell you one more story before I go. Before I started ASMM Digital, I had a blog. It was called Ann's Running Commentary, because Ann talks a lot and she runs a lot. But Ann's Running Commentary. And I thought that my target market was going to be women, moms in their late 30s, early 40s. And that's what I was aiming it for. And so I kept saying in my messaging, as a mom, right? I'd say, as a mom, this is how I feel. And shortly after I started, I realized, because men would chime in and they'd leave comments and they'd say, I'm not a mom, but I feel that way too. And so I started changing my messaging. That's what I want you to look at. I got lucky that day. They told me, hey, I'm not a mom, but I'm here. You don't always get that lucky. You need to know who you're. Oh, you guys see that spider? Oh my gosh, I got him. Anyway, it gave me a fright. So, you need to know who your customers are. I hope you guys are doing well. This was a crazy time. I had my guest flake on me. I have a couple of you guys watching. My spider just crawled up my screen and you guys got to see him big as day. I hope you're doing well. I am going to spend a busy day building websites. I hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.